Mr. Griffith for his 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you very much. Ms. Colette, would H.R. 2975 eliminate state laws requiring a person to wait for a period of time between first visiting a provider and having an abortion?
It would.
Would it eliminate state laws requiring providers to obtain informed consent before an abortion takes place?
It would certainly limit what was required for informed consent.
Would it eliminate state laws requiring abortion clinics to meet certain medical standards?
It would.
Would it eliminate state laws?
Mr.
Yes.
Congressman, to the extent, like in Louisiana, where abortion clinics are regulated in the same way as ambulatory surgical centers, it might allow that since it is a general law.
Would it eliminate state laws that establish certain educational professional standards for those who perform abortions?
It could.
And would it eliminate state laws that have created licensing and inspection requirements for abortion clinics?
To the extent that they differ from any others, yes.
Okay. You know, I ask those questions because those are all things that I think are reasonable, particularly in many states, the 24-hour waiting period. And you have an active practice. When I was actively practicing, I counseled clients going into a divorce or other litigation. All right, here's where we're at. Here's what I would recommend. If you choose to go forward, go home and sleep on it. That seems to be very reasonable. Do you do the same in your practice? Do you think that's a reasonable request that people sleep on it before they make a final decision? Even on litigation, we're talking about something much more serious than that.
Just for purposes, if my dean is reading the transcript, I am a full-time academic with an active practice as well.
As well, right.
But yes, when I counsel clients, I started in estate planning, and when people wanted to file a will contest, I would obviously say, you need to go home and think about this and its impact on your family.
Right, because an estate fight means that the family may never get back together again, and there are going to be a lot of hurt feelings.
That's exactly right.
Here we're talking about a life. It seems very reasonable to me. Now, you and Ms. Northup have got a battle going on, and she made comments earlier to straighten you out. Is there anything that you would like to respond to that she made in those comments?
Well, I just mentioned that unlike Texas, Louisiana's requirements are mirrored in their ambulatory surgical center requirements, and so that too makes the case unique.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, the Virginia legislature this year is changing a lot of our laws related to abortion, but the Senate bill that was decided on a tie-breaking vote by the Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax does not eliminate Virginia's requirement for informed written consent. This bill would impact that possibly?
Again, the general requirement of informed consent could possibly be successfully defended, but specific types of information that would be required could be struck down.
Now, I'm going to ask you this one, and I'm not sure the bill directly deals with it, but I want your interpretation of it. Last year, there was a controversy in Virginia related to time of birth abortion. It came up as a result of the Kathy Tran bill. Would this bill make time of birth abortion available?
If I understand that phrase, I suspect it comes from the governor's statement that a child would...
Actually, it came from Tran's testimony. The governor went a step further to infanticide. The Tran bill actually didn't do that. It just said that if there was an emotional reason that a single doctor and the mother could decide to abort the baby even after contractions had begun and the mother was dilated and ready to deliver. Would this bill impact that in any way?
I have not considered that question, but it seems likely.
Would you be kind enough to consider it after today's hearing and let me know?
I would be delighted.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all of your testimony. I know this is an emotional issue for everybody. We're just trying to do what we think is right, and I yield back.
The gentleman